Just get back after the anthem here. It should be starting up in just a minute. Thanks, buddy.
We ask you to now please rise if you're able to remove your headwear and join the Mooseheads own Regardez for the singing of our national anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, to pay love in all of us command.
Back right here.
We stand on God for thee.
Well, it's been a tough few weeks here for the Mooseheads. 7 straight losses. They will try to halt that losing streak here today. It's an All-Maritimes Division matchup with the St. John Sea Dogs in town. Mooseheads, Sea Dogs right now on Dartmouth Dodge. Mooseheads hockey on News 95.7. Good afternoon, Moose Country, and thanks so much for joining us. Gareth McDonald here with you, live from high above center ice at the Scotiabank Center in downtown Halifax. Cole McLaren getting the start in this one for the Mooseheads. McLaren looking for his first win between the pipes since back on November 13th in Blainville. Up front for the Herd, D'Artagnan Jolie, flanked by Santa Peters and Kevin Gursoy. That trio helping the Mooseheads chip in their first goal of the night on Friday in Bathurst. Cam Wynot starting on the back end, paired up with Olivier Desroches. Jeffrey DeRoche out here with Dawson Stairs and Matt Gould up front for the Sea Dogs. Zachary Boutillier getting the start between the pipes for St. John as we are underway. Stairs up the left wing side. It's going to work that one rink wide. There's a shot from Villeneuve. It's off a stick, picked up now by Desroches down to the Mooseheads end. His pass, that will miss Gursoy. It goes the length of the ice. No ice right there. That one picked up by Poirier. He'll bump it back down behind the net for Villeneuve. His partner, this duo, they have been terrific here this season. Among the league leaders in points among defensemen. He skated up and over the red line by Poirier. Flips it in on the backhand. Tomlinson after it here. Up the right wing. The Mooseheads in transition. Jones out to center ice. Had it poked away from him. Spatafor banking it off the boards and out to center. Tomlinson right back on it. He'll flip one in. It's off the end boards. Desroches leaving it behind the net here for Spatafor. Up the left wing for Brady Burns. Burns leading the Sea Dogs in scoring this season as it's chipped down toward a fellow Annapolis Valley native. And Cole McLaren and Max Chajkovic getting dumped down there in front of the Mooseheads net. He was a little aggressive and then he got run over. So knocked on his backside. Chajkovic playing in just his second game against the Mooseheads here this season. Has dealt with some injuries this year. Picked up an assist the first time that he faced off against the Mooseheads. So in the season opener back in late September, the Sea Dogs coming away with a 4-3 victory in that one. Chajkovic with an assist. And a little bit of rough stuff here as we get a shot off of that draw. McLaren's going to make the glove stop on it, and he will hold on to it here. Minute 17 gone at period number 1. No score at the Scotiabank Center. Shots right now 2-0 for the Sea Dogs as Lawrence lines up here to take this face-off. Lawrence squaring off against the Mooseheads. Marcel Barinka and Lawrence winning that one. Ends up out at center. Anderson McDonald on it there. He's going to dump that one in. He took a hit at the Halifax blue line. Mooseheads looking to break out. McKenna over for Barinka. Rink wide feed. That was sent up ahead for Abbey Facal. He couldn't handle it. Boutillier out to play it. He'll send it up the right wing boards. Now out to neutral ice. Savoie trying to poke that one down into the Mooseheads end. McKenna with it. He'll work it back down low as the Mooseheads again look to break out. A pass for Barinka. He couldn't handle it. Skipped over a stick, and it'll be dumped in here by Charles Savoie. McLaren out to stop that puck down behind his net. It's cleared up, and it's going to end up down there in the crease of Zachary Boutillier. Boutillier coming into this game with a 16-22 record, 397 goals against average, and an 897 save percentage. Real busy night for Boutillier at home on Friday with the Moncton Wildcats in town. Faced 49 shots rather in that one. The Wildcats eventually scoring an empty netter in that 4-1 win. Cabatti along the boards. He'll work it down low for Landon Myron. Myron rimming it back up top for Keegan Hunt over to the right side. He'll let a shot go. Not a whole lot on that one as it was knocked down. And Badalamenti trying to work it out here. Drover in to help him. He can't get it out. No Cal McCollum. St. John native. St. John Vito sending that one up ahead. And there's another St. John Vito after it here as it's played back toward the right point. That one getting out and over the blue line. Poirier partnering it over for Villeneuve. He'll play it up ahead for Drover, who looked to have just got a stick on that one. Cabatti will reverse it here for Robinson. Mooseheads trying to break out. Villeneuve with a little pinch there. Broke up that effort. Cabatti finding that puck. He'll skate it up and over center and dump it in. Boutillier out to leave it. Jeremy Poirier. He'll skate that one up ahead. Gets over center and just dumps it in. Gould quickly on it. He'll take a hit down low from a former teammate there, and Olivier Desroches. The Mooseheads claiming Desroches off waivers from the St. John Sea Dogs back in early January. And it looks like we're going to see our first penalty of the game. The official with his arm in the air. 16:41 to go. Dawson Stairs is going to head off. It's a high sticking call there to Dawson Stairs. So Mooseheads picking up an early power play. Brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. And it looks like the stick came up and clipped Olivier Desroches. So Moose will get a chance here on the power play. And quick win there from Jolie and a shot from Wynot, steered aside by Boutillier. Gould trying to clear that one out, and they will. He's speedy. Turns on the Jets as he heads after it, but getting to it first is Gersoy. He'll shake Matt Gould. That puck left down behind the Mooseheads net as it's picked up here by Cam Wynot. We'll hear from Wynot a little later on the broadcast as he handed that one off for Sena Peters. Peters will knock it around the boards. Comes back up top toward the left point. Kevin Gersoy covering for Wynot. He'll send it down toward the goal line for Peters. Peters back up top for Wynot over there at the left point to Jolie. Back to Wynot as the Mooseheads look to work it around here on this man advantage. Gersoy back up top, and there's a shot from Wynot. It was off the stick of Jones, and that'll deflect out of play here. 1:09 left on this Mooseheads power play. Early stages of period one. The Mooseheads 1 for 4 in the power play against Bathurst on Friday. 18.2% overall this year. That is 13th best in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Sena Peters with that power play marker. He's got 9 power play goals on the year for the Mooseheads. So 9 of his 19 goals coming on the man advantage. His face-off is won by the Sea Dogs, and they will clear it out. Rolls down toward McLaren. It's Wynot after it, and he'll take a shove there from Max Chaykovich. Ferocious on the forecheck. Good work down low here from Chaykovich. He'll protect the puck. Plays it up the boards. That's picked off by Jones. And now Jones handing it off for Jolie. Jolie with speed. Gets over the blue line. Sends it in. Boutillier quickly out of his net. And he'll clear that one the length of the ice as McLaren comes out to stop it. Just 35 seconds remaining here on this Mooseheads power play. Mooseheads regrouping back in their own end. It'll be carried up ice by Jason Horvath. He'll hand it off. It's dumped in. Boutillier came out to play it, but couldn't handle it. Now Horvath almost turning that one over to Badalamenti. It was off of Badalamenti's stick, so forced to come back after it. There was Barinka up ahead now. A chance in front. It was knocked just wide by Abby Fekal. Saeed Abby Fekal still looking for his first as a Moosehead. Dished off. Barinka, heavy drive and a big stop by Boutillier. That puck will be cleared off the glass and out to neutral ice. McKenna's going to poke it back down into his own end where Horvath will find it. He'll jam on the brakes back behind Cole McLaren. Now Horvath slowly up ice. He'll play it up the left wing. Burridge couldn't get a stick on it as it was knocked down by McCollum. He'll dish it off for Poirier. Out through center. That puck cleared away by Tomlinson right back in to the St. John end. Shots all even in this one. 2-2 as we get a long pass up ice. That'll spring Dawson Stairs. Stairs pulling up. Trying to shake a couple of checks there. Ended up losing an edge. And now the Mooseheads back in possession. Worked up ahead for Myron. Off the boards and down in to Sea Dogs territory. McCollum, he's pressured, but able to play it up the right side of Savoie. Took a pretty good bump from Gavin Hart. Now Anderson McDonald poking this one down into Mooseheads territory. Landon Myron there for Halifax. He'll play it up the boards now for Cabatti. Sonny Cabatti down the left wing side. Trying to fight off Spatafor, and Cabatti getting roughed up back behind the net right there. And McDonald, his pass, it was off the skate of Hart. Cleared out through center, and why not breaking it up? He'll make his way up ice. Great shot, and the glove stop by Boutillier. He'll hold on to it with 13:22 to go in period one. No score at the Scotiabank Center. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. You do one in a stint. Thank you.
Good behavior? Bad behavior? All right, there's a lot of fun people down here having a great time at today's Moosehead game. It's a real important one. 2 big points on the line. So you guys all in the last going to help me out? Here we go! Go, Moose, go! Go, Moose, go! Go, Moose, go! Go, Moose, go!
Yeah, welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center, and right off the face-off, Gershoy with a good shot, a pad save for Boutillier as Wynot will float one wide of the net. Gershoy after it. He got bumped off the puck, but Jolie in to help out. Picks up the loose puck, works it down the boards now for Gershoy. Gershoy spins for Jolie, a shot, and another save for Boutillier. Peters trying to keep this one alive. For now for Jolie. That rolls away from him. It's played out to center. Mooseheads trying to dump it back in there. Vertical on display from Spatafor, who hopped up, trying to knock it down. Gershoy with it behind the net. He'll center. Boutillier getting a stick in that passing lane to break that one up. Joshua Waugh, the first overall pick from last June's Q draft in Quebec City, sending that one out. DeRoche hops up into the play over for Chaykovich, and a quick shot. And Cole McLaren making the stop on that one. He will hold on to it with 12:26 to play here at period number one. No score in this one, live from the Scotiabank Center. Mooseheads coming off a 6-2 loss to Bathurst on Friday. Got goals in that one from Senna Peters and Gavin Hart. 6 different goal scorers for the T-Town. Bathurst out shooting Halifax 48-35. Mooseheads control off the draw. Burridge will chip this one up ahead as it's carried up by Ozzie King. He'll dump it in. King scoring his first as a Moosehead the last time that Halifax was in action here at the Scotiabank Center. Robinson out through center for Burridge. He'll send that one deep. Boutillier coming out to knock it down, leaving it for Villeneuve. Now Villeneuve winding up. He'll play it up the right wing for Badalamenti. Made his way up toward the red line, but had it poked away from him. Now out to center, Vandervoort. He'll dump it in. Robinson heading after it. Physical stuff there from Robinson down in the corner, throwing his weight around. Robinson trying to send this one up the right wing side. Burridge picking up that loose puck. He'll spin. Clears to the length of the ice. Not enough there for an icing, however, as Villeneuve took his time coming back. Villeneuve on it. He'll play it up the right wing for Vandervoort. Trying to dish that one off. Big hit there down in front of the Mooseheads bench. Horvath on it here for Halifax. He'll jam on the brakes. He tries to shake. Gould has to be careful, though. Stairs poking that pass away. Horvath getting bailed out by Marcel Barinka, who will just spin and whack that puck the length of the ice. So an offensive zone face-off coming up here for the Sea Dogs after that Mooseheads icing as we approach the midway point of period 1. 11:08 to go. No score in this one. Season series has not been kind to the Mooseheads. Sea Dogs have certainly dominated this one. Moose 1-5 on the year against St. John. Chaykovich taking the face-off and going to pull that one back for Brady Burns. Poke past Burns by Avi Fekal. He made his way down the right wing, but a good play, good hustle there by Burns to get back. He was able to bump Avi Fekal off as he plays it back for McCollum. Now a pass up the right wing side for Chaykovich down toward the goal line. Sharp angle shot and a pad save by McLaren. Over now for McCollum at the right point. He'll try to dish that one off. Was looking for Burns. He couldn't handle that pass. Chaykovich, it's been pretty rough here. And a little chippy in the early going of this one. Couple of bumps here on Tomlinson. Horvath back over now for Tomlinson. A pass up the right wing. Moose in transition. Rink-wide feed for McKenna. He'll take it off of his skate. Couldn't handle it. And Moose will get a line change in right now as McCollum comes back to scoop that one up. Bumps that one in. Savoie roughed up down there in the corner by Wynot. And now with speed, Gersoy attacking down the left wing. Gersoy lets a shot go. And it was off the skate of Desroches. Like Olivier Desroches, another former St. John Sea Dog. As Desroches gets a shot, he'll send that one up and over the net. Now another shot, this time from the point. McLaren steers it aside. Olivier Desroches after it. He'll work it back behind his net for Wynot, his partner. Wynot looking for Peters in the left wing. And that pass out of his reach. The Mooseheads, they will dump this one in. Charlie Desroches on it here. Bumping it off the end boards for Spatafor. Josh Lawrence up ice, coming in down the left wing side. He'll throw on the brakes. Looking over now for Poirier. Poirier, a little fancy there with Jones on him. And Zach Jones able to poke that one away. As Tomlinson forced back down deep into his own end. Long pass up here from Horvath. He was looking for Burridge. Moosehead's getting a stick on that one. No icing here as Poirier collects the loose puck. He'll play it up the right wing for Gould. Good work along the boards there from King. Lets a shot go. Chance in front and Burridge. He could knock that one home as that puck was just sitting there. Moosehead's get it right back. Quick shot. And that is stopped by Boutillier. As Zach Jones let it rip from the slot. Ozzie King just putting that one on net on that last sequence. And Jeff Burridge had a chance in front and a good chance there as well from Zach Jones on that last shift. A good shot off from the slot, but Boutillier, as he has so often been in his career against the Mooseheads, equal to the task. Off of this face-off, that puck will be cleared away here by the Sea Dogs. So that is an icing charge to St. John. And we'll make our way right back down into St. John territory for a face-off. Sea Dogs getting roughed up last week by their provincial rivals, the Moncton Wildcats. Moncton with a 10-2 win at home on Wednesday night, and then followed it up with a 4-1 victory over St. John on Friday night. Jeremy Poirier with the only Sea Dogs goal right off the face-off. Great shot from Burridge, and another pad save here from Boutillier as Villeneuve pulls up down there in the corner, played it up the boards. It was stopped along the wall by Burridge. Now this loose puck, King on it, skips on him. Gould will find it, leaves it down here in the corner for Poirier. He'll try to play it up the right wing side. Good pressure, good shift here for the Mooseheads. Burridge got tripped up there. Fans below us wanting to call, they won't get it. Through center, DeRoche. He'll bump it off the boards for Stairs, trying to give it back to him. And that was picked off by the Mooseheads, and Sea Dogs force back. Mooseheads trying to get a change in. Villeneuve recognizing that. He'll play it up the middle for Stairs. Flips it down toward an open corner. Keegan Hunt there for Halifax. Over for his partner, Desroches. Olivier Desroches winding up off the boards and out through center. Kabaddi couldn't handle it though, and he put it back into his own end. So that play back on side as the Sea Dogs were trying to tag up. On the boards here, McCollum able to work that one up for Drover, who punched it in. Now the Mooseheads on it, out of their own end. Cabatti out through center, and again at the blue line gets himself in a little bit of trouble. Had Badalamenti pressing. Keegan Hunt off the end boards now for Cabatti, and we've got a penalty coming up. Looks like this one is going to go to the Mooseheads with 7:18 to go in period number 1. No score at the Scotiabank Center. Keegan Hunt looks like he's going to head off. I believe that will be a high sticking penalty for the Mooseheads rookie defenseman. So a high stick, that is her second high stick of the game. The stick of Hunt coming up and clipping Vandervoort. So the St. John Sea Dogs will get their first power play opportunity of the game. And power play's been pretty good this season, 20.4%. Lots of power plays on Friday in St. John. Both the Sea Dogs and Wildcats with 7 apiece. Sea Dogs penalty kill, which was a real bit of a mess earlier on in the season. It's been a lot better here lately, and managed to kill off all 7 Moncton power plays on Friday night. Sea Dogs going 1 for 7 on their own man advantages. No control off the face-off. Chaykovich, he's got it back behind the Mooseheads net. Trying to protect this puck. Max Chaykovich, the Tampa Bay prospect, turning that one over as he tried to slide it down the wall for Anderson McDonald. Read well there by Tomlinson, who clears it all the way back down into St. John territory. DeRoche back on it here for the Sea Dogs, right up the middle of the ice. He's got the blue line. He'll leave it for Durocher. Rink-wide pass right now as the Sea Dogs look to set up here in this power play. Play back there for Quispam Sis native Anderson McDonald. He'll let a shot go. That was blocked. Another chance, and that was ripped wide as Waugh found it in the slot. Chaykovich at the right point. Sees some ice. He'll let a shot go. He scores. Max Chaykovich with a laser. That'll beat McLaren. And a power play marker for the Sea Dogs will put them up in this one. It's a 1-0 St. John lead here late in the first period. Well, Max Chaykovich with a bullet right there. Terrific release. Lots of ice, and he just takes it. Skates it in from the right point. Just wasn't pressured at all on the way in right here, and he's able to rip it past McLaren. And with that goal, Chaykovich with 15 on the year. So Marcel Barinka making his way out to take this face-off. He's going to line up against St. John's Josh Lawrence. Talk often, every time St. John is in town, about that 2018 draft. Got 4 players in that draft right now sitting atop their team scoring race. Brady Burns leading the way, second-round pick, and then a couple of first-rounders just going 2, 3, 4. Including those defensemen Poirier and Villeneuve that we talked about during the pregame show. Mooseheads will look to break out. Rink-wide feed here for DeRoche. He'll slide one in on goal. That was knocked aside by Boutillier. And now a turnover. Barinka out front. The big stop by Boutillier. Absolutely robbed Saeed Abi-Fakal. What a feed. And Abi-Fakal still just can't believe it. He's had a tough time. Still looking for his first career Q League goal. He just seems to get more and more chances as the games go by. At some point, it's got to come here for Saeed Abi-Fakal. Swinehut will take a big hit down there in the corner. Charles Savoie finishing his check. The Mooseheads looking to break out. Ozzie King down the left wing with speed toward the net. Just kind of got bumped off the puck right there. Villeneuve over now for Poirier. Jeremy Poirier leading the queue in goals among defensemen, tied with Victoriaville's Jerome Gravel. He'll dish it off as the Sea Dogs dump it in. Gould pinned along the wall by Tomlinson. DeRoche in to help out. And the Mooseheads will play it out to center. Ozzie King punching it in here. It's going to roll down toward the corner. DeRoche was there. He'll rim it around the boards. DeRoche over here for Gould. Gould coming in down the right wing side. Matt Gould tried to pull up, got knocked off the puck by Burrich. Mooseheads can't get it out. DeRoche over for Spatafor off the end boards, and that was knocked away by the goal stick of Cole McLaren. Got another penalty coming up here right now as time starts to tick down in period 1, 4:28 to go. And it's going to be another high sticking penalty. That is the third high sticking penalty of this hockey game, and it looks like it's going to go to Jeffrey DeRoche, the Sea Dogs. The Mooseheads on the power play. When we return, you're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7.
We're going to put 4 words up on the screen. One of them is not a Welsh word. You tell me which one is not, and I got a nice prize for you, okay? I'm not going to screen everybody. What do you think? Just yell on a letter. Chris is going to go with C of spinach. I don't know. Spike. Liz is right. That's not a Welsh word, and you have won.
Come back here, Chris.
From the Moosehead store. Congratulations.
Okay. All right. It's all right.
Thank you, and for those shirts. Go, Moose, go.
And welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you here live from the Scotiabank Center in downtown Halifax. The Mooseheads leading, or rather trailing in this one, 1-0. Jeffrey DeRoche off to the penalty box. A high sticking penalty assessed to him. So Mooseheads will try to even it up here on this power play, brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. And the Mooseheads controlling off the face-off. Why not? Over for Jolie. He tried to send it down the boards, broken up by Spatafor, and that puck cleared out by the Sea Dogs as McLaren comes out to leave it here for Cam. Why not? Why not? He'll take it for a skate here, out through center, and why not? Gets it, driving in, a shot and a stop by Boutillier. So we saw a great rush right there from Cam Wynot. We'll hear from him coming up during our first intermission at his first career Q-League fight on Friday in Bathurst. But certainly the comfort level here, it's becoming a bit more evident as Wynot's rookie season moves along. We saw him rush the puck quite a few times last weekend with Victoriaville and Sherbrooke in town. Certainly his confidence growing as he gets a shot off right off the face-off and shoveled wide there by Jolie, and he'll try to play it back to the blue line now. Wynot over for Gersoy, back to Wynot, a shot and a glove stop right there as Boutillier just got a piece of it. Jolie along the half wall, over for Jones, back to Wynot. Jolie with it once again. D'Artagnan Jolie toward the net, and that slid just out of the reach of Jones. Gersoy is going to roll off of Vandervoort. He'll work it down low. It's played back to the line now for Wynot. Wynot stepping in, a shot and a pad save once again from Boutillier. He's got to be sharp here in this one. Jolie toward the left point for Gersoy. Back to Wynot. Wynot trying to spin away from Vandervoort. And now it's thrown toward the net. Looked like that may have just gone off the pad of Boutillier. Centipeder stepping off the goal line, and a big shot from Jones. Jones denied by the pad of Boutillier. Down to 30 seconds left in this power play as Jolie lets a shot go. That was blockered away by Boutillier, and it's cleared out by the Sea Dogs. Good little stretch there on the power play for the Mooseheads. Some great puck movement down there in that St. John end. Halifax 18.2% on the power play this year. Mentioned that improving St. John penalty kill as the Mooseheads will carry that one in offside. Just 7 seconds left on that high sticking penalty to St. John's Jeffrey DeRoche. Sea Dogs 12th best PK in the league. Like I said on Friday night, they were perfect though. That Moncton Wildcats team, very talented group, unable to convert on 7 power play opportunities. The Sea Dogs now 77.1% on the man advantage as that puck was carried in and then punched right back out. So McKenna here for the Mooseheads. He's going to turn that one over to DeRoche. He'll send it back to Villeneuve, who sees some ice, and he'll take it for a skate now. Driving in wide down the left wing. Throws it back to Poirier. A quick shot. He scores. Jeremy Poirier with a bomb. A quick one-timer that'll beat McLaren. And with that goal, Jeremy Poirier taking over top spot in goals among defensemen here. His league-leading 18th of the season. And Villeneuve with a terrific setup, perfect feed, and Poirier got that one off quick. The one-timer on his stick, off his stick, and behind McLaren, 2-0 St. John. Well, certainly Jeremy Poirier has had a lot of hype and a lot of buzz around him all season long, but Villeneuve racking up some points himself. He now leads all defensemen with 48 points now. His D partner Poirier right behind him though with 46. As the Mooseheads will send this one in. A little bit of rough stuff down there in the corner. Chaykovich trying to dig it loose here with 1:56 to go. It's dug free for Waugh up the left wing. Burns, he'll play it back to Waugh. Great pass up ahead. Chaykovich, though, just getting a piece of that, or did he? It was over his stick, it looks like. So that is an icing call here on the Sea Dogs, as Wynot will win the race back to that puck. We'll head back down into Sea Dogs territory here for a face-off. 1:47 left here. Tough little break here for the Mooseheads. They are up 16-6 in shots on goal in this opening period, but they trailed 2-0. Face-off won there by the Sea Dogs, and that was sent up and out of play.
Assistant number 13, William Miller, and number 29, Jeffrey Duro.
So a face-off coming up back here in the St. John end once again. Daniel Jolie out with Kevin Gersoy and Senna Peters. Mentioned earlier, this trio connecting on the Mooseheads' first goal, power play marker on Friday night. Kevin Gersoy here with 15 points in 19 games with the Mooseheads this season as it's sent down over the corner. Peters was after it. Sea Dogs get to it first. Now Burns try to move it up the middle. That was broken up by the Mooseheads. Senna Peters with a good hit down low on Spatafor. Loose puck retrieved by Brady Burns. He'll just throw it out to neutralize. It's off his stick, back into the Mooseheads' end. They rush on it here. Up ahead for Peters. Now Jason Horvath, he's going to dish it off for Jolie, carrying that one in, but once again another offside call on the Mooseheads. The fans don't like it. Halifax trailing 2-0 in this one. Coming up during our first intermission, we'll chat with Mooseheads defenseman Cam Wynot. We will also hear from Gavin Hart, who picked up his second goal of the season in Bathurst on Friday night. Mooseheads without Alex Gravel here today. He got banged up in that game. Kyle Pettin, Justin Barron, Alex David, Denny Toner, and Samuel Dubé also out of the lineup here for the Mooseheads this afternoon. Now King able to play it up the right wing. Jones coming in with a little bit of speed. He'll make his way down the middle. That puck skipping all over the place right now as King was able to force it down low. Poirier's on it, gets pressured, and he'll work it back to an open corner now for Villeneuve up the right wing to Savoie. He'll bump it off the boards into the Mooseheads end. Horvath there for Halifax. He got tripped up, and now Savoie spins, dishes off for Lords, and he tried to feed it out front for McDonald. Broken up, and now an odd man rush the other way. Horvath, he'll dish off back to Horvath. A shot, he scores! Jason Horvath, he's going to bring the Mooseheads within one late in this first period. Horvath with his first goal as a Moosehead here on home ice at the Scotiabank Center. Number 2 on the season, and he cuts this Sea Dogs lead in half. Great little give and go with Zach Jones, who teed up a perfect pass right there. Horvath fakes the shot over to Jones, right back to Horvath, and it's a 2-1 hockey game here in the final minute of this opening period. Marcel Barinka out here with Abby Fincal and Jordy McKenna to wrap up this opening frame. The Sea Dogs will send it in. Gould, he'll get roughed up down there in the corner. Cam Wynot all tied up down there with Gould, and official with his arm in the air. We will see what comes of this. Looks like it's a roughing penalty right now, but will it be one or both? And it looks like it is just Cam Wynot making his way off. So Mooseheads rookie defenseman will make his way to the penalty box, and the St. John Sea Dogs back on the power play here. They converted on their first opportunity. Max Chajkovic striking for his 15th of the year. DeRocher will take this draw. He's going to line up against D'Artagnan Jolie. DeRocher wins it back over. Now for McDonald. A shot at McLaren with the stop on that one. Quick shot. Anderson McDonald just unloading for the top of the right circle. Got a whole lot on that one. So Chajkovic and Poirier with the tallies for the Sea Dogs. Jason Horvath from Zach Jones. Got the Mooseheads back within one. Beauty goal here late in period one. DeRocher lining up this time against Jones, and it's thrown toward the net by Charles Desroches. That was stopped by McLaren. He will keep it out, and we'll head to the dressing rooms with the Sea Dogs on top, 2-1 coming up during our first intermission. Full scoring summary. Chris Halef, our producer, will have our out-of-town scoreboard live from the News 95.7 Sports Center, and we will also have a couple of conversations with some young Mooseheads. Cam Wynot, he'll chat about Friday night's game in Bathurst and about discomfort level here and confidence rising with some of the physical play here in his rookie campaign. He's been leaned on a lot more heavily in the second half with the Mooseheads subtracting players like Jarrett McIsaac and Patty Kite. Walter Flower, certainly Wynot leaned on a little more heavily here in the second half of the season, and a little more so as well with Justin Barron out of the lineup. So that conversation with Cam Wynot coming up here in just a bit. We will also chat with Gavin Hart. We'll talk about his progress and development here in his first full season with the Mooseheads. Scored his second goal of the season on Friday in that 6-2 loss to the Titans. We'll get him to walk us through that goal and talk about what he's been trying to bring to the Mooseheads lineup here in his first full year with the Herd. As we take a quick break, live from the Scotiabank Center, the Sea Dogs leading the Mooseheads 2-1. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. You don't have a mini moose, Sandy, that you can play, do you? What's that? Okay, I'm trying to send you something here, but this internet is very bad.
As the white team tries to get organized, the red picks it up again. Jackson Motor Kent digging it out from behind the net. No one to pass to. They let it. James Parker shoots it the wrong way down the ice. On it now, Jackson Motor Kent. Here's a chance for White, maybe.
Get back here. Yeah, let's do Gavin Hart.
Now, please welcome to the ice to help us clean up and get ready for the second period from the Halifax Mooseheads Kids Club. It's your Zamboni runner, Mr. Will Sear.
Yeah, welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center, where after 20 minutes of play, the Mooseheads down 2-1 to the St. John Sea Dogs. Had a big goal late in the final seconds of that opening period to make things interesting here as we get set for period number 2. Take a look back now at our scoring summary so far. It was Max Chajkovic striking for the Sea Dogs on the power play at 13:30. Put St. John up 1-0 with his 15th from Jeffrey Durocher and Joshua Waugh. Chajkovic with a little bit of room, kind of left unattended, you might say, at the right point, was able to sneak in, and it just was not pressured at all. And he whistled a laser past Cole McLaren. That made it a 1-0 hockey game. And then a few minutes later at 17:46, Jeremy Poirier scoring his 18th from William Villeneuve and Jeffrey Durocher. That's number 18 for Poirier. He now leads all defensemen in goals this season. For a little bit of context here, for Poirier in his second season with the Mooseheads during his rookie campaign last year, Cape Breton's Leon Gavanki led all D-men in goals. He had 17 last year, so Poirier right now one up on Jerome Gravel. And he leads all defensemen in goal scoring this season. He's having a heck of a year, like Justin Barron of the Mooseheads, a player highly touted heading into the next NHL entry draft, the guy that, like Barron, could very well go in the opening round. So Poirier making it a 2-0 game at 17:46, but the Mooseheads answering back late, just 19 seconds left when Zach Jones and Jason Horvath had a 2-on-1 opportunity. And a little give and go there. Horvath coming in down the left wing. He faked the shot and then dished off to Jones, who gave it right back to Horvath. He got it off quickly. He beats Boutillier. And that makes it a 2-1 game here. So a late goal from the Mooseheads. Jones and Tomlinson picking up the assists on Horvath's second of the season. The second period will be starting up here in just a bit. Mooseheads, I haven't said this a whole lot lately, but they heavily outshot St. John in the first period. Shots were 17-8 in favor of the Mooseheads. Zachary Boutillier had to come up big a few times. He made a couple of key stops for St. John. A few big saves to deny the Mooseheads what looked to be pretty prime scoring opportunities. We're going to hear from Mooseheads defenseman Cam Wynot coming up in just a bit, but before we do that, we will chat with Gavin Hart, the Mooseheads rookie here in his first full season with the Mooseheads, picking up his second goal of the season on Friday night in a disappointing 6-2 loss to the Acadie-Bathurst Titan at the KC Ring Regional Center in Bathurst. We chatted with Gavin Hart before the warm-up here tonight and asked him what he thought of his team's performance in that tough loss. Thanks. Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back to hear it live from the Scotiabank Centre. The Sea Dogs leading the Mooseheads 2-1 through one period of play. Second will be starting up here momentarily, but first we were going to chat with Cam Wynot, the Mooseheads rookie blue liner, getting involved in his first Q-League altercation, first fight on Friday night in Bathurst. Dropped the gloves with Maxime Rioux. We asked him about that, but we started things off by talking about his team's overall performance in that loss on Friday. 6-2 defeat at the hands of the Titan. Mooseheads defenseman Cam Wynot, his team down 2-1 to the Sea Dogs after the first period. Second will be starting up here in just a moment or two, but before the action resumes, we will throw things across town to our producer, Chris Halef at the News 95.7 Sports Center. He has our edit down score. Dodge Mooseheads hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center. Second period just getting underway as the puck is dropped. Sea Dogs starting this middle frame off on a power play, and they'll punch it in. DeRoche, working that one back up top for Chaykovich. Over now for Charlie DeRoche. He'll dish it off for McDonald. McDonald had that puck just kind of slide away from him. But now an opportunity in front. Quick shot. They score. Max Chaykovich has got another power play goal, and he's going to restore his 2-goal St. John lead just 28 seconds in to period number 2. Chaykovich with his 15th and now 16th goals of the season. Mooseheads kind of turning that one over, and it was a nice feed in front. Chaykovich making no mistake on that one. Takes the perfect pass from the rookie Joshua Waugh, and it is a 3-1 St. John lead. So despite the Mooseheads out-shooting St. John right now 17-9, the Sea Dogs lead in this one 3-1. Josh Lawrence lining up against the Mooseheads, D'Artagnan Jolie, and Lawrence is going to win that one back for Poirier. He'll partner it over there for Villeneuve as it's dumped down into the Mooseheads end. That is an icing charge here to Halifax as we will make our way back down into the St. John end for a face-off. 37 seconds down in period 2. Sea Dogs right now 2 for 2 on the power play this afternoon. Jolie lining up there in the face-off circle for the Mooseheads, but again, it's Lawrence winning it. Now Villeneuve taking his time back behind the net. He'll play it up the right wing side. It's knocked off the boards and out to center. Lawrence taking a whack at it, but Robinson getting a stick on it first as he sends it out to center ice. Play back here for Poirier inside his own blue line. Back to Lawrence. Lawrence up the left wing for McDonald. He'll spin and chop that one in. Savoie gives chase. Villeneuve on it. He'll rim it around the boards back up top there for his partner Poirier as it goes all the way around. Now Poirier stepping in, lets his shot go, and that hit Robinson. Robinson behind the net over here for Gursoy. Gursoy couldn't clear it out. Savoie high slotted shot. That goes wide, and then McDonald sliding it right through the Mooseheads crease. Gursoy up the left wing there for Peters. He'll sweep that one in. The Mooseheads trying to get a line change in here. Long change in the second period. Wholesale change now for the Mooseheads as it's played up ahead. Carried in by Lawrence. Lets a shot go. He scores. Joshua Lawrence with a laser beam that will make its way behind Cole McLaren. 2 quick goals here early in the second, and it's now a 4-1 hockey game. Joshua Lawrence just letting that one rip from the high slot. It beats McLaren. Good job by Anderson McDonald to stay on side on that last play. A tough start to period 2 here for the Mooseheads. They trail 4-1 in this one. This season series in general, it has not been easy for the Moose. A few close games early on in the season. Now going to get a goaltending change in this hockey game. McLaren is going to make his way out of the net. We know he'll get the start tomorrow as the Mooseheads head off to Moncton to take on the Wildcats, but we're going to get to see Alec McVicker take to the ice here for the Mooseheads. Jason Horvath coming over for a quick word with Alec McVicker. This is his first career Q League action. Special moment here for McVicker, Dartmouth native. Between the pipes here now for the Mooseheads. Cole McLaren will concentrate on tomorrow's game against the Moncton Wildcats. McVicker having a pretty good season with Summerside of the Maritime Junior A Hockey League, and McVicker out to play it up the board. Strover was there, knocked it down, and now a turnover. It's played up ahead. Ozzie King out through center. He'll drop it off for Burrich. He was looking backdoor there for Jones, but that pass ended up behind him. And now King driving toward the front of the net, and he can't get that shot off. I got knocked off the puck by Sibley. Now Vandervoort, he'll make his way in, lets a shot go, and a big stop. First stop of his Q-League career for Alec McVicker. And now Hunt back the other way, he'll let a shot go. Boutillier the save, and that puck was just sitting there. Boutillier had to come up big on that rebound. Keegan Hunt looking for his first career Q-League goal. So Boutillier with a big stop at one end, and Alec McVicker with a pretty good stop down there at the other end as well. McVicker originally a 13th round pick of the Acadie-Bathurst team back in 2018. He was invited to the Mooseheads training camp back over the summer of last August and has not seen any action here in his Q-League career. First few moments and a first stop on that last shift. This puck is sent back down behind the St. John net. Boutillier planted up ahead, skipped over the stick there at Burns, and now the Moose able to keep it in. His Hart just plays it down the boards. Kabaddi will get roughed up down there in the corner. Puck sent toward the front of the St. John net. It's going to be knocked up ahead here for Burns, and he'll force it into Mooseheads territory. That was a delayed offside as Brady Burns, close buddy, Cam Wynot, try to work that one out. Didn't really have to do much, though, as the Sea Dogs continued to attack. So eventually the officials blowing the whistle on that one. On the offside, Jeff Hopkins, Jonathan Langell, the referees here today, Brett Boyce, and Sam Curry, the linesman. Gavin Hart getting that puck out and over the blue line. The Sea Dogs punching it right back in. McVicker out to leave it here for Wynot. Over for Desroches up the right wing. That pass missing Hart. Spatafor will keep it in there at the left point. Mooseheads back on it. Kabaddi and overskated that one. Now it's turned over. Brady Burns. He'll make his way to where the slot gets tripped up there, and a penalty coming up now to the Mooseheads. And Waugh taking a shove there from Hart. And now Hart knocking over Spatafor, who came after him. Spatafor in a wrestling match now with his former teammate Olivier Desroches. So Gavin Hart's going to head off the penalty box right now. We'll see who joins him. Looks like Desroches is going to make his way off the ice as well. So he's going from bad to worse right here for the Mooseheads after Brady Burns got tripped up by Desroches, who had sprawled to get down. And it was Hart with a check on Chaykovich down there in the corner. They have said that was Joshua Waugh. That was Max Chaykovich. So get a couple of Mooseheads down there in the penalty box right now. Hart and Olivier Desroches. The player down there on the St. John side as well. I believe that is Jordan Spatafor, who never shies away from the rough stuff himself. It's all defensemen in penalty minutes this year. Gavin Hart is going to head to the Mooseheads dressing room here. This could be a major to Gavin Hart. We'll wait for an official announcement on that one, but Hart, he was taken out of the penalty box, and he's being sent to the Mooseheads dressing room right now. The officials down here trying to explain the situation. Anderson McDonald right in the middle of that discussion. Cam Wynot as well. Now Jeffrey DeRoche down there, and it's just the 2-minute minor on the board right now for Spatafor, and now 2 over on the board for Olivier Desroches. Nothing up yet for Gavin Hart. Shots 18-11 in this one. The Mooseheads with the edge in shots, but they trail 4-1 as that puck is sent all the way back down into the St. John end. So just an extra minor up there here for the Mooseheads. Sea Dogs with another power play. Chaykovich has got a pair on the power play here today. St. John 2 for 2 as Chaykovich takes a hit down there in the corner. McDonald, he'll play it back to the left point now for Charlie Desroches, trying to get his shot off. That was poked down, and Marcel Barinka here will shovel it out. It ends up all the way back down in the St. John and Boutillier sending that one high and out to neutral ice. Knockdown out there. Chaykovich at his own blue line, dishes it off. McDonald, he'll play it up ahead. It's banked off the boards by DeRoche down over the corner. McDonald knocking it around the boards. Mooseheads looking to clear, and Jolie able to get that one out and over the blue line. Some pressure down in the St. John end from Gersoy, but Waugh able to skate away with it. Bouncing puck on him. Almost made his way past Horvath. Mooseheads break it up and they'll clear it out. 50 seconds left on this Mooseheads penalty. Right now it's on the board for Olivier Desroches. Gavin Hart, I think he'd been sent off toward the Mooseheads dressing room. As this one will be dumped in. Why not? Behind the net for Tomlinson. He's got Lawrence on him. Tomlinson over there for Why Not, and he'll send it off the boards and out of play. That ended up on the St. John bench. 14:54 remaining in period number 2. Chaykovich with a pair of goals here today. Jeremy Poirier and Josh Lorne also with tallies in this one. Jason Horvath with the lone Mooseheads goal, his second of the year. Face-off coming up to McVicker's left. Jones will take that draw, and he's going to beat Lawrence right there as he pulled it back, and Mooseheads will clear the zone with it. Time ticking down now in the St. John power play. King applying some pressure, but Boutillier was able to sweep it aside for Poirier. Up the left wing for Lawrence. Pulls up, top of the circle. Back now for Poirier. Poirier trying to protect the puck. He's got Jones on him. Back to Villeneuve over for Burns. Brady Burns, he was looking rink wide there for Poirier. That pass was off the skate of Ozzie King. Burns getting it right back. He's got 8 power play goals on the season. He'll play it back for Villeneuve. A shot, they score. That'll find the back of the net. Villeneuve just putting it on net. It beats McVicker. Villeneuve with his first power play goal here this season. Had a lot of power play assists, but that is his first power play goal on the year. And it's a 5-1 hockey game here in the second period. 3 goals for St. John in this middle frame. That goal for Villeneuve, his 9th of the season. .14:21 left here in period 2. Sea Dogs 5, Mooseheads 1. Off the boards, Vandervoort picked up that pass from Sibley. Couldn't dump it in though. Drover, he'll take a hit from Horvath, who stepped up on him. Landon Myron leaving it there for Horvath. Now Horvath, he'll take it for a skate. Drives wide on McCollum. Horvath still with it, winding up here. Dishes that one off, and now thrown out front. A big stop by Boutillier. Great opportunity there for Landon Myron as the Sea Dogs trying to take it back up ice. Hart tied up down there in the corner, and now a quick shot was blocked as Hart will retrieve it. Now Gavin Hart up towards center. He's going to dump that one in. A little bit of confusion down there. It looked like we were going to see both Hart and Spatafor head off as Barenka sends one toward the net that was kicked out by Boutillier. But Hart didn't even pick up a penalty on that last play. Looked like he'd been sent down toward the Mooseheads dressing room, but just ended up back on the Halifax bench. So extra minor just going to DeRoche. It was that tripping penalty as Savoie will try to make his way in. Down low now for McDonald, back behind the net with it. He'll look to flip it back toward the point for Charlie DeRoche. Now it's played up ahead for Santa Peters. He looked to dangle his way in. Broken up there by Spatafor, and now cleared back into the Mooseheads. Yeah, the netminder McVicker out to play it for McDonald. Marcel Barenka, high slot, and has his pocket picked right there by Lawrence. And Josh Lawrence, he'll make his way up ice in transition. Ran in a room right there as the Mooseheads up now for McKenna. He'll dish it off back to McKenna, and he can't get the shot off right there. Lawrence at center with it up toward the blue line. Trying to chip it in past Horvath, who breaks it up. He's got the Mooseheads' only goal. He'll take it for a skate once again. Horvath leaving it now for Gersoy. A shot, he scores! Kevin Gersoy will rip it past Boutillier. And the Mooseheads with their second goal of the game, trying to climb their way back right now. Jason Horvath helping to set that one up. Having a terrific afternoon here today, and Kevin Gersoy with a goal now against his former team as Horvath with a perfect drop pass for Gersoy. He'll rip it past Boutillier, and it's a 5-2 hockey game here in the second period. We'll take a quick break. Live from the Scotiabank Center, you're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7.
His work ethic and leadership skills have made him a positive example amongst his peers. He values community involvement and is an avid supporter of the Army Cadets. AJ will now present the McKinnon family with a one-of-a-kind Canadian Forces Mooseheads jersey and a small token of thanks on behalf of his organization and youth guys for his dedication and commitment to our country.
Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you here live from the Scotiabank Center. The Mooseheads trailing the Sea Dogs 5-2. Kevin Gersoy bringing the Mooseheads back within 3 with his 17th of the year. Off of this face-off, Poirier over for Villeneuve. Pass up ahead. Now Gersoy in front looking for Jolie, and that was broken up there. Sea Dogs will try to clear it out. DeRoche just inside the line looking to protect that puck. Broken up by the Mooseheads, and now Jolie. He'll look to turn it up ice. He's going to roll that one in to the Sea Dogs end. Jolie, a little abuse down there from Stairs. Sea Dogs punch it into the Mooseheads end now. Robinson off the end boards for Why Not. He'll spin off the check of Gould. Why Not behind the net with it. Tries to drive wide. Some terrific skating on display right here from Why Not. Down toward the goal line out front. And that puck will end up back at the point. Horvath there for the Mooseheads. He'll drive wide toward the net and a backdoor feed as that one just kind of skipped off of his stick, rolled in toward Boutillier, and he's able to cover it up with Kevin Gersoy pressuring. So Kevin Gersoy and Jason Horvath are the goals for the Mooseheads in this one. Max Chaykovich with a pair. Jeremy Poirier, Josh Lawrence, and William Villeneuve with the tallies for the Sea Dogs. Face off here to Boutillier's left. Ozzie King will take the draw, lining up there against Waugh, and Waugh wins that one. Sea Dogs will clear it out. McVicker out to stop it for Horvath. Horvath pulling up, backs it off the end boards for Tomlinson. That puck cleared out to center. McCollum. He's had Spurich all over him, but it's a turnover, and now Ozzie King stepping in. He had it knocked off of his stick as Brady Burns turns it up ice down the right wing toward the high slot. Couldn't get the shot off. McCollum follows up on it. Bouncing puck. They score. Joshua Waugh able to handle that one to settle it down and bats in that bouncing puck. And it's a 6-2 hockey game here as we approach the midway point of this second period. The rookie, Joshua Waugh, the first player taken in the last Q draft with his 18th of the year. He's going to push this Sea Dogs lead back to 4. Just a real rough night here, afternoon rather, between the pipes for the Mooseheads. Snapminders, Cole McLaren got pulled in this one. Alec Vicker getting an opportunity, but hasn't exactly been a smooth one so far. Sea Dogs with 6 goals so far in on just 13 shots. And St. John dumping this one in. McVicker coming out to play it up the left wing side. McCollum trying to seal the boards there. Badalamenti over for Drover. Couldn't handle it. Olivier Desroches trying to poke it up the boards. Landon Myron will bump it off the wall and out. It's going to roll back in to the St. John end. It's Brendan Sibley there for St. John. He'll play it up the left wing side for Vandervoort. Steers it down into Mooseheads territory. Kabaddi along the half wall. He'll slide it back now for Desroches. Olivier Desroches floating one out. That'll bounce down into the St. John end. And Villeneuve clearing it off the boards and out. Why not? Back inside his own blue line. He'll have to be careful here. He's got Savoie on him. Good play there to elude Savoie. Out to center. Puck dumped in by Barinka. Boutillier out to stop it for Villeneuve. Now Villeneuve, second player taken in the 2018 Q draft, taking this one for a skate up the right wing side. Savoie deflecting it down there into the Mooseheads. And now McDonald throwing it out front and a funny hop there. Another crazy scoring chance for the Sea Dogs as Savoie had a great opportunity on a wacky hop. And a penalty coming up here with 9 minutes to go in this second period. This is going to be a tripping penalty as get a little shoving back behind the play between Villeneuve and Barinka. So Villeneuve will head off now. Tripping penalty to him. So a face-off here down on the St. John end. Jolie will take it as the Mooseheads head off in a power play brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. Off the draw, why not with it inside the blue line. He'll dish it off here for Gersoy down low. Peters trying to slip that one through the wickets of Boutillier, who shut the door on him. Now why not? Great play at the blue line. Over down for Jolie. Jolie, he'll try to throw it toward the net. That was blocked. Spatafor battling down here for the Sea Dogs. Trying to get it out. Puck bouncing all over the place. Gersoy trying to settle it down, but it looked like it may have been played with a glove pass by Zach Jones. So play whistle dead. 8:32 to go in this second period. 6-2 the score. The Sea Dogs leading. Mooseheads out shooting St. John 24-13, but they trail 6-2. McLaren getting pulled from this game a little earlier on in the second period. The Sea Dogs will send this one deep into Mooseheads territory, and now Gould all over Wynot down there, but Wynot able to evade him. He'll play it up ahead. It's sent over now for Jones. Back to Gersoy. Pulls up along the goal line. Waiting for a bit of help now as Jones comes in to try to work this one loose. Senna Peters playing it back down the boards for Gersoy. Over for Jones. Jolie wanting that one in front. Now Jones will bank it up top for Jolie, who's gone back to cover. Jolie stepping in, a shot, he scores! What a release from Dardania Jolie as the Mooseheads are back within 3, a power play goal. Dardania Jolie has got his 5th of the season. Another terrific shot, similar to the one we saw from Chaykovich back in the first period. Jolie steps in, takes that pass from Jones, just kind of curls inside the line, hands it off for Wynot, right back for Jolie, and he'll rip a bullet past Boutillier. 6-3 the score right now. Barinka lining up against Waugh. Waugh will win that one. Burns trying to slip one through Marcel Barinka's skates right there. That was broken up, and now Peters back the other way for the Mooseheads. A shot. That was off the side of the net. Back up top for Tomlinson. He'll let a shot go. Blocked. And now Brady Burns on it for the Sea Dogs up ahead. Waugh was looking for Chaykovich, but that pass missed as Horvath will send it off the boards and out. Sibley back inside his own blue line with it. Dishes it off for McCollum. Long pass up ahead. Was looking for Burns right there. McVicker going to come out to play that one. That got past him as Horvath sends it up ahead now for Barinka. Off the boards and out through neutral ice. Marcel Barinka, rather Sena Peters over there for McKenna. A shot wide. Horvath keeps it in at the left point. He'll let a heavy shot go, blocked by Chukovic. Now Villeneuve after that loose puck. Sends it out through center. Peters. Great pass right there and a shot. It was sent wide by Barinka. Peters, what a pass. Was looking for Barinka, but he couldn't get the one-timer off. Chukovic, he'll punch it in right down the middle. It's a shot go. McVicker just getting a piece of that one as it went high. Horvath behind his own net now for Hunt. Keegan Hunt, he's got Alex Drover pressing. Hunt will reverse it here for Horvath. 6:22 to play in period 2. Ozzie King out through center, driving in down the left wing. He'll leave it for Burridge. A shot. Pad save, loose puck. And the Sea Dogs trying to clear it away. Badalamenti will pick it up. Try to work one up the middle. Broken up there by Burridge, but he had his pocket picked this time by Drover. That's a weak shot go. McVicker with the stop and another save there by McVicker as he slides back over to kick that one aside. Badalamenti. And his centering pass broken up. Great cheers right there for Alec McVicker, local guy in his first Q-League appearance coming to this game in relief of Cole McLaren. Ozzie King, he's going to get pinned up along the boards by Villeneuve, but he's able to play it back. There's a shot from Robinson. Boutillier the stop, and he'll cover up that rebound with 5:38 to go in period 2. The Mooseheads trailing the Sea Dogs 6-3. We'll take a quick break. Live from the Scotiabank Center, you're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7.
Are you sitting in section 12, row E? You lucky fans are receiving a $20 gift card delivered by Skip the Dishes. Visit skipthedishes.com or download the Skip the Dishes app to see which restaurants deliver to you. You deserve great delivery.
Okay. All right. Thanks. All good. Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back in the here live from the Scotiabank Center. D'Artagnan Jolie to take this offensive zone faceoff. Must have been a real great afternoon for Jolie as he'll lose that one. 6 for 16 now in the faceoff circle as the Sea Dogs sent this one into the Mooseheads end. Gursoy along the half wall with it here in the Moose zone. He'll play it up ahead for Why Not. That pass skipped over his stick, and now the Sea Dogs right back on it. McDonald trying to float one toward the net. That was batted down there by Why Not. He'll send it behind the net for Tomlinson. Tomlinson back there. He'll play it up the left wing side, and now it's sent out through center for Gursoy. For Jolie. Jolie lets his shot go. That was off the stick of Boutillier. The Sea Dogs in transition. Savoie driving in, trying to get past Desroches. Savoie still with it, threw it out front. Broken up by Jolie, but then turned over once again. Dawson Stairs. Puck knocked away from him. Desroches at his own goal line. Up ahead here for Jolie. That pass. That was a bouncing puck over a stick as Charlie Desroches lets the shot go. Fought off there by McVicker, and Jolie relieving a little bit of pressure here. He'll flip this one out, but that is going to be an icing call on the Mooseheads with 4:25 to go in this second period. Shots 28-15 for the Mooseheads, but they trail 6-3. Alec McVicker called up from the Summerside Western Capitals. He's between the pipes right now this season. McVicker with a 15-3 record with a talented Summerside team. Right off the draw, Gould letting a shot go, blocked and knocked down by Horvath. He's been jumping up into the play here all afternoon. He'll make his way in, got tackled there by Sibley. So a penalty coming up. Good play there by Horvath to draw that one. And the Mooseheads will get a chance here on the power play. They were successful on their last one. They'll try again. Tanya Jolie striking on the last power play opportunity. .4:12 to go here in the second period. It's going to be Brendan Sibley heading off. A roughing call to Sibley a little earlier on. William Villeneuve had picked up a power play goal, his first of the season, we thought, but that turns out that was right at the end of that Olivier Desroches penalty. So no power play tally on that one for Villeneuve. He'll have to settle for his 9th even strength goal here of the year as we get set for a face-off down in the St. John end. This power play brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. Barenka in to take it. He'll win that one. Horvath, he'll let a heavy shot go. Pad save by Boutillier, and that'll be cleared out by Badalamenti. Horvath winding up at his own blue line, trying to make his way up ice, was hit by Desroches. Horvath over there for Barenka, knocked up ahead. King behind the back was looking for Avi Fekal, but just not enough on that pass. It was easily broken up and cleared out by the Sea Dogs. Marcel Barenka in the Mooseheads end. He'll wind up back here, passes it up the right wing side for Horvath. Horvath looking rink wide. Miscommunication between King and Avi Fekal as that puck is going to be played offside in the Sea Dog zone. 1:19 left, and Brendan Sibley's penalty. Sibley off for roughing after he mixed it up with Jason Horvath down in the Sea Dog zone. It's 1 for 3 on the power play here today. St. John 2 for 3 is Jolie, who's got the Mooseheads power play goal, winning that face-off. And now Peters carrying it in. Down a goal right now. He has been heating up as of late. 8 goals in his last 7 games among leaders in rookie goal scoring this year is Santa Peters. Only James Malatesta with the Quebec Rempart and Zachary Bolduc and Rimouski with more goals. Zach Jones off the draw, flipping this one down toward the corner in the St. John end. Peters coming in to help out. That puck looks like it's caught up under Villeneuve and now knocked free. Why not with a poke right there? Jolie trying to poke it away from Villeneuve, and Villeneuve able to clear it off the boards up ahead for Chaykovich. And Chaykovich will force that one back into his own end, and almost a costly turnover right there for the Sea Dogs as that was shot wide. Jolie stepping off the boards with it a shot. It's off the shoulder of Boutillier. Toward the point now for Wynot. He'll make his way toward the middle. Back to Jones, and he can't quite get that one-timer off as Badalamenti was able to sweep it out to center. Chaykovich on it. He'll skate it back into his own end. Sends it back for McCollum. Chaykovich back to help out. Over now for Villeneuve. And this puck played back into the St. John end of the scoreboard here has not been moving, so we don't know how much time is left in this one. It's frozen at 3:31. Looks like that'll have to be reset, but it does appear that the St. John penalty is over, despite the fact that it's at 1:19 up there. There's obviously some technical issues right now as we're back to even strength, 5-a-side hockey, a battle along the hash marks on the far side down here in the St. John zone. This puck worked loose by Desroches. Sea Dogs trying to clear it out here. Gould having a tough time, though, getting this one out. Myron off the boards for Kabaddi. Right side now for Robinson. Dished up, and now a chance in front. Great pad stop as Boutillier gets low to keep that one out. Landon Myron with a terrific opportunity right there to try to bring the Mooseheads back within 2. Now it looks like we've got things straightened away. 1:28 on the board right now. We get a look here At that replay, terrific chance and a big left pad save by Boutillier, who stuck out the leg to take away the lower portion of the net and landed Myron. So D'Artagnan Jolie will take this face-off here for the Mooseheads. Off the draw, that puck was pulled back, but good pressure right off the face-off from Savoie. Was able to knock it up ahead here. Anderson McDonald carrying that one in. Horvath will poke it away from him, and now Horvath out through center. Had it knocked off of his stick by Lawrence, coming in alone on the backhanded. That was set just wide. Victor may have just got a little piece of that one to knock it aside, but played well by the Mooseheads netminder. Zach Jones, he'll drive in right down the middle, cuts wide, and he can't get the shot off as he got tripped up after a little collision with Lawrence. Moosehead still with it. Gersoy calling for it. Couldn't get that backdoor feed. Now Horvath, to let a shot go, but Dillier fights it off. Horvath behind the net. He'll lose it to Charlie Desroches. And now Anderson McDonald trying to play it out. Gersoy held the line. Only momentarily, though, as Savoie tries to spring McDonald. Good play there to get back and break it up by Robinson. Sea Dogs will work it deep. Launched into the Mooseheads end. McVicker out to stop it. Drop that one off for Robinson. Lucas Robinson at a Rocky Harbor, Newfoundland, playing that one off the boards. And back into the St. John end. Spatafor partnering it over for Desroches. Long pass up the left wing side for Burns. And that was broken up by Robinson. Tomlinson with it for the Mooseheads. He'll play it up the left wing boards. And we're going to get an icing call here with just a 0.6 seconds on the clock right now. There might be an extra second or two added. Face-off will move back down into the Sea Dogs end. I'll have to correct myself as I got to look at that one. I thought that Lawrence may have set that one wide, but that was just a great stop on that breakaway earlier from Alec McVicker. He's got enough of that one to send it wide. Great stop right there from the Mooseheads call up. Alex Gravel out day-to-day right now with the team is calling an upper body injury. A bit of a nasty collision after the Acadie-Bathurst team has scored their sixth and final goal of the evening on Friday night at the Casey Irving Regional Center. Olivier Desroches trying to get back to help out. A little collision with Alex Gravel as he was down, and a little shaken up after that one. That's a tough break for the Mooseheads because Alex Gravel certainly been giving Halifax an opportunity to win in every game he has been between the pipes for lately. He's been coming up huge. But right now, out day to day. So 1.2 seconds on the clock right now. Face off to McVicker's left. Barinka's going to square off against Desroches. And off the face off, Barinka just tying up with Desroches. That will do it here. It's a 6-3 hockey game, pardon me. After 2 periods of play, we will have a full scoring summary coming up for you. So you're going to be joined a little later on by Paul Gallagher, longtime NHL scout. He will join us here in just a bit. We will talk about some of the top-ranked prospects heading into the upcoming NHL entry draft in Montreal this June. Justin Barron, heard from him during the pregame show, one of the players honored by the Q and by Montreal Canadiens faithful at the Bell Center last week. Jeremy Poirier among that group as well. So we'll chat with Paul Gallagher coming up here in just a bit as we take a break. Live from the Scotiabank Center, you're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Check, mic check, check. Chris, how's this level here? Check. This is a different mic. Is it? Well, try to get it right. Okay. We'll test it in a second. How do these sound here? I'll talk and then Paul will talk.
Sound okay now for me? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Turn it up a little more.
Yeah.
We can check.
Check. It sounds okay. I think so.
A little louder for Paul. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Is that better?
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
That's Alex down there. So that's pretty simple, really. All those pins are all bunched up together. As many punches as you need, whoever gets their pins all down first will be the winner. Are you ready over there, Alex? You ready, Josh? On your marks, to set ball. Look at that fire. Josh fired at it. That's some good velocity on that punch, but he's missing. He already made it. Take another shot. I want to see how he leads one back. I think he's trying too hard. Go for it. Almost a strike. Nice job. Well done, Alex, Josh. Congratulations, Alex. Thank you very much. Now, we're going to get some hot dogs. We're going to get some t-shirts. And we're going to shoot, man. So look out. We're going to get this real quick. Ready? T-shirt over here. Heads up. Oh, back up. All right. We'll go get that one. Now I got hot dogs. All right, set up right over here. Hold on.
All right, Chris, we can come back here.
Just right. Here we go.
Yeah, welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you here live from the Scotiabank Centre. We're through 40 minutes of play. The Mooseheads trailing the St. John Sea Dogs 6-3. We'll have a scoring summary for you coming up a little later on. But first, I'm pleased to be joined here by Paul Gallagher, longtime NHL scout. This time, I guess this year, a little more free time to watch hockey with for the leisure aspect of it, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm certainly sort of semi-retired, and although there's a new team coming into the league, and there's probably going to be some changes and other organizations going forward, so I continue to come to games and just keep my eye open at this year's draft eligible players as well as the underage players, for 2 years' time. And in case I decide to go back to work again, I would probably like to do it part-time. I don't need to be going all across North America anymore, so Atlantic Canada will suit me fine.
Well, absolutely, and certainly, no shortage of interesting players here in the queue this year. You talked about that rookie class. There's some, great players, obviously. Zachary Leroux and Moncton, he's having an unbelievable year so far. But in this game in particular, this is typically where we'd hope to see a couple of guys that would hope to be first-rounders face off. Justin Barron and Jeremy Poirier. Obviously, Barron's been under the Mooseheads lineup for a few months now. But, right now, I guess maybe we'll start with Justin Barron. He's a player that's got that late birthday, so I suppose scouts have had a couple of seasons to watch him anyway. Yeah. But missing the amount of time he has, will that hurt his draft stock?
In some aspects, it may hurt a little bit. However, if you've watched him over the last couple of years, you watch his progress. I think the key thing for most the staffs in the NHL is that, would be his long-term health situation, and he certainly's got the skills of his first rounder. However, some teams, may decide that they don't want to take the risk, and he could fall out. I think the ideal scenario, if you're from your team's perspective, is that if he did fall through the first round and you had 2 picks in the second round, and one early, like, you would certainly take him without question, but I still think he has that potential to be a first round pick, provided that his health situation is is stabilized and it looks good long term going forward.
Well, certainly we're wishing Justin Barron all the best. We heard from him during the pregame show. He's making some progress, hopes to be back in the lineup with the next few weeks. So we'll cross our fingers for him. But fans here getting to watch a couple of other really talented blue liners on the St. John's side, and Jeremy Poirier and William Villeneuve as well. There's a lot of talk at the start of the year about Poirier, but William Villeneuve right now, he's leading all defensemen in the queue in scoring.
I think so. Young William Villeneuve, when I saw him earlier in the year, I sort of liked him right away. As much as I like Poirier, I think the two of them playing together as a combination just due to the fact that Villeneuve he thinks the defensive part of the game may be a little better, and Poirier's more on the offensive side. And, going forward in the National Hockey League, you always like that type of pairing, a player who can also contribute, offensively. Villeneuve moves the puck so well. He's a good passer, as is Poirier. So I think they're a great combination. Without question, both players will be drafted. Poirier certainly brings both aspects of the game, from his offensive play. He moves the puck. He can skate. He cuts back well with the puck. One of the things from a scouting perspective is I watch young players cut back with the puck in their own zone when they're being pursued, and I noticed that with young Wynot from Halifax. He's got that ability. He's still learning. He's had some tough games over the last 3 weeks or so, but at other times you can see that this guy's got some great skills from a skating perspective, and they're giving him lots of opportunity in power play. So you can see his confidence growing, and he's going to have some bad games, but certainly he's a young up and comer as well as the young Waugh kid in St. John. He's the first overall pick, and I think there's going to be another class next year of some pretty good hockey players, including LaRue in Moncton, who's a great player.
Well, absolutely, and no doubt a lot of hype and a lot of buzz around Cam Wynot next season. We can be sure of that. So he's a player that's been leaned on a lot more heavily here in the second half after you look at some of the moves that the Mooseheads have made, trading out Patty Kite, Walter Flower, Jared McIsaac. He has benefited from that, some of that increased ice time. Certainly seen a lot more of Jason Horvat than you and I were talking just before we came back on air here, and he's another player that certainly caught your eye.
Absolutely. I think since the trade deadline with McIsaac going out, and he's getting more ice time. He's playing in their top pairing. I'm not sure that's where he should be at the next level, but the fact that he's 6'2", 200 pounds, he can skate. He made some great plays in the first couple periods, but at the same time, late in the game there, he just hung himself out too long and almost got his pocket picked. But that's what happens sometimes, and as I often refer to in my notes and my scouting reports, this is a player where less is more going forward for this young man, but I just like the progress he's made since September from his overall game. Well, we are just a few months away now from the NHL entry draft. Should be a great show in Montreal, and it seems all but certain right now that it will be a player from the queue that will hear his name called first overall. Alexis Lafreniere, widely considered to be that first overall pick since he came into the league here, and he's a player that Rimouski fans, they've obviously been treated there. Quite a thrill to get to watch that guy, and just a fan base that's had an opportunity to watch a lot of great players. Player like Sidney Crosby, for example. Absolutely. Lafreniere certainly he's got all the tools. He's got some size, he's got some skills. I think one of his biggest assets for me, his ability to make play, under pressure and to make it quick. He moves the puck so well. He thinks the game at a high speed, and he's a type of player that, from a scouting perspective, you'll watch him every night, and it comes down to after a while, what more can I say about this young man in my reports? You know what I mean? He's a number one pick in the world without question in my mind, and I don't think any scout would see it any differently. It sort of reminds me when I was working for the St. Louis Blues at the time, and it was Sidney Crosby's draft, and for many people know I was Sid's first coach at 5, and I had him again at 14. So I watched the young man grow up in Cole Harbour. I watched all his attributes from a player, his great demeanor on the ice and off the ice. And so as I scouted and wrote my reports when I'd see Rimouski play, and finally I just couldn't say any more about him. So my boss at the time was Jarmo Kekalainen, who is the general manager now in the Columbus Blue Jackets. And so one of my reports, I wrote his name down there, and I just wrote, I've seen all this act before. So I got a phone call that night from my boss after my report got synchronized in, and he said to me, what kind of report do you have here on Crosby? You know, I've seen all your other reports. And I said, well, I guess you don't understand. I said, I grew up with this kid, you know, and coached him a couple of times. I said, he's the number one player in the world. There's no more I can say about him. And I think Alex Lafreniere is in the same boat. You know what I mean? He just got all those attributes that, you know, any team that gets that wins the first pick there, that, you know, it's certainly it's a no-brainer to help your franchise go forward.
Well, certainly we would expect to hear his name called pretty early. Any other thoughts on any other guys here from the Q with this draft just a few months away? You got players like Hendrix Lapierre and, you know, Maverick Boric, names that have been tossed around as well.
Yeah, and Bo Duke, you know, and like I think these kind of players they'll all certainly find their way, you know what I mean? But it'll be interesting to see that Quebec has finally had a first rounder here, you know, and, again, you know, which has been a few years, you know, since Nathan and the crew were here, you know. So, but I think the league certainly has a decent class of players this year, and again going forward for the next year as well.
Dawson Mercer's a player as well. His stock has just soared this year.
Yeah.
Seeing NHL Central scouting bump his grade up from a B to an A. I mean, that was pretty unprecedented.
Yeah, for sure. You know, he works hard. You know, he moves the puck. You know, I like his two-way game, and I think that's what a lot of people notice with this young man, that his ability to play it both ways. You know, and it's a great asset to have. And when you can grow on that kind of stuff, be responsible. You know, your coaches put you out in tough situations and late in the games, and you know that you're safe.
Well, Paul, really appreciate you taking a few minutes for us here today. Thanks for doing this. Always great to have you on.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
This longtime NHL scout, Paul Gallagher, taking a few minutes for us. We will take a quick break live from the Scotiabank Centre. Mooseheads trailing the Sea Dogs 6-3. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. So, Chris, we can probably take maybe a couple minutes here because we don't really do any commercials. So, why don't you throw two more on, and then I'll come back and we'll do the scoring summary, and then I'll throw it to you in a bit. Does that sound good? You're the man. Yes, sir. Yeah, welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Centre as we get set for our third period of play. Puck drop coming up in just a few moments. The Moose trailing the Sea Dogs 6-3. Take a look back now at the scoring summary so far. Looking back at the first period, Max Chaykovich kicking things off for the Sea Dogs. Opened the scoring with his 15th of the year. It was a power play goal from Jeffrey DeRoche and Joshua Waugh at 13:30. That made it a 1-0 game. And St. John defenseman Jeremy Poirier with his 18th from William Villeneuve and Jeffrey Durocher at 17:46 of the first period. That put the Sea Dogs up by a pair, but Jason Horvath cutting the lead in half at 19:41, 9 seconds of period one. His second from Zach Jones and Brendan Tomlinson in the second period. Max Chajkovic with another power play goal just 28 seconds in from rookie Joshua Waugh. That made it 3-1. Josh Lawrence would make it 4-1 with his 18th from Villeneuve and Poirier at 1:44 of the second period. And William Villeneuve with his 9th. Thought it was a power play goal at the time. It wasn't. It came just as a penalty to Olivier Desroches wrapped up. Burns and Dawson Stairs picking up the assists on that goal that put the Sea Dogs up 5-1 at 5:39. Kevin Gersoy would answer back for the Mooseheads at 7:51. His 17th from Jason Horvath. Nice drop pass from Horvath in that one. And Joshua Waugh batting one past Alec McVicker, who came into the game in the second period, seeing his first career Q-League minutes after Cole McLaren got pulled. Waugh scoring his 10th at 9:30 from Cale McCollum and Brady Burns. That made it a 6-2 hockey game. D'Artagnan Jolie would get the Mooseheads back within 3 at 12:05 of the second period. A power play goal is 5th from Cam Wynot and Zach Jones. Our 3rd starting up here momentarily, but first we'll throw things across town to the News 95.7 Sports Center, where we will find Chris Salef, our producer, with our out-of-town scoreboard. Chris. And we can come back right here. Yeah, welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center. 3rd period just getting underway, and right off the face-off, Matt Gould picks up a pass and snaps one wide of the net of Alec McVicker. Gould after it down there in the corner, tangling up with Mooseheads rookie defenseman Lucas Robinson. Jolie in to help out. He'll sweep it up the right wing side. Nifty little feed from Gersoy as the Mooseheads break out. Up ice now. Jones, he'll let a shot go, and Villeneuve racing back, gets his stick in that shooting lane. He was able to deflect it up and out of play here just 34 seconds into period 3. The Sea Dogs up 6-3 in this one. The Moose with goals from Jason Horvath, Kevin Gersoy, and D'Artagnan Jolie. Face-off will be to Zachary Boutilier's right. He has been busy here this afternoon. Mooseheads, despite getting doubled up in terms of goals in this one, as we get a shot right off the face-off from Peterson, was blocked by Desroches. They have been doubled up on the scoreboard, but they have doubled up on the Sea Dogs in shots. They are 32-16 in the Mooseheads' favor, but St. John again leading 6-3 as Waugh banks this one off the boards down into Mooseheads' territory, collected by Horvath. Horvath up the left wing now for McKenna as the Mooseheads look to break out. Barinka rink wide. It's poked up by Tomlinson for McKenna, and the Mooseheads, they can't believe that. An offside call. The fans here have not been pleased with some of these offside calls today, as Horvath had a couple of words down there with the linesman. Face-off coming up just outside the St. John bench. Marcel Barinka will take the draw, lining up against Joshua Waugh. And the Mooseheads center can't pull that one back. Waugh with another win. He's 6 for 9 in the face-off circle today. Burns sliding it back for Desroches. Charlie Desroches back in St. John territory. He'll play it up the left wing side, and that puck worked into the Mooseheads end only momentarily. Played out and then right back in by the Sea Dogs. McVicker out to stop it for Horvath. And Horvath was able to spin off of his man, and a big stop from McVicker as that was turned over. Burns with a point-blank opportunity. And McVicker making the stop on Brady Burns, who won't miss from there very often. Brady Burns second in the queue in shooting percentage this year, and that was a terrific chance as that one just rolled away from Horvath. McVicker coming up big right there, bailing out Horvath on that one. Face off to McVicker's right. Lawrence will take the draw. It's pulled back to the point there for Spatafor. Lets a shot go. It was off a leg, and now why not on it? He'll clear it out. Spatafor there. A little battle with King, who's able to bump it up ahead now for Hart. He's got Burridge with him. Hart stepping into the back end. He scores! Gavin Hart with a beauty. He's got the Mooseheads back within 2. Well, goals now in back-to-back games for Gavin Hart. First time in his Q League career, he can say that. 3 goals now on the year, and just a gorgeous one here in the third period. A beauty on the backhand, tucks it home past Boutillier. And things getting interesting here in this final frame as Hart just busted in down the right wing, cut toward the net, and slips it home. 6-3, now 6-4. Matt Gould off of the face-off. He's going to take a little bump. Senna Peters hard on the forecheck here as McCollum will take it back behind his net. It's flipped up the left wing side, and that puck off the boards and out through neutral ice. Horvath back into his own end with it. He'll play it up the middle. Rink-wide feed now for Peters. Senna Peters pulls up, shakes McCollum, and we get a whistle here. It's another offside call on the Mooseheads. Gavin Hart with his third Aussie King with the assist on that one. As we get another look at it, again, just a great play. The pass was taken away. Jeff Burridge is coming down the right wing side, or the left wing side rather. Gavin Hart without a lot of options there, and a creative finish, making things interesting here in period number 3. McCollum up the middle of the ice, puck chipped in by Gould. Horvath back after it, and Gould didn't quite have center right there, so an icing charge to St. John. The Mooseheads in action tomorrow, little afternoon matinee matchup on this holiday Monday. Mooseheads heading right to Moncton after the game here tonight. They will face the Wildcats tomorrow afternoon. Moncton has been on fire. Of course, a few familiar faces on that Wildcats roster as the puck sent back to Robinson. He'll let a shot go. Tip just wide. Senna Peters down here in the corner with it out front. And Gersoy couldn't pull the trigger, but Robinson with it now. He'll rip it wide of the net. Bouncing puck cleared off the boards and out by Badalamenti. Why not? In his own end with it. Nifty little feed up ahead for Gersoy. Gersoy driving it down the left wing side. Had DeRoche all over him as he was knocked away from Gersoy. Poirier, he's going to rim it around the boards, and that puck will get out and over the blue line. Mooseheads on it. Why not? Great pass up ahead, but Peters had it poked away by Poirier. Now DeRoche on it. He's going to circle back toward his own blue line. And he'll send it up the middle now. Vandervoort tipping that one up ahead for Savoie. Robinson and Savoie getting tied up there as Savoie trying to hook and hold up Lucas Robinson down here in the corner. His battle continues. Puck frozen up along the boards right now. Finally knocked free, and now Burridge. His pass hit the skate of Drover. Kept in by the Sea Dogs. Vandervoort getting roughed up down low by Wynot. Savoie in to help out Vandervoort as the puck is knocked free. Looks like Sonny Cabatti got hauled down to the ice there. Now it's flipped up ahead for Jeff Burridge down toward the corner. Little battle there with Villeneuve as Poirier will leave it beyond the St. John net. Villeneuve clearing this one out. Tomlinson at his own blue line with it. He'll curl. Now tries to take it up ice. Brendan Tomlinson. He'll let a shot go. Glove there by Boutillier, who hangs on to it with 15:51 to play in this final period. Shots 33-17 in favor of the Mooseheads. St. John on top, though, 6-4. Mooseheads with 4 different goal scorers in this one. Horvath, Gursoy, Jolie, and Gavin Hart, who's got goals in back-to-back contests. Marcel Barinka, he's going to take this face-off here for the Mooseheads. Barinka 5 for 12 in the face-off circle. He'll win that one. Jones shot it wide. McKenna plays it back to the point. Over now for Horvath on the left side. He'll let a heavy shot go, blocked by Chaykovich. Now Max Chaykovich trying to bust past Tomlinson on the back end. He scores. Max Chaykovich busting in. He'll complete the hat trick. A beauty to wrap up the hat trick here as he was able to slip it past McVicker. Chaykovich pretty much off to the races from his own blue line. Just some speed right there from the Tampa Bay prospect. Knocks it past McVicker on the backhand. And this 3-goal lead restored by the Sea Dogs. Max Chaykovich here in just his second game against the Mooseheads this season has got his 15th, 16th, and 17th goals of the year. Barinka lining up against DeRoche. He'll win it. Sibley over for McCollum. McCollum up and over the red line. He's got the Mooseheads blue line now. Lets a shot go. Wristed that one wide. Gould had it skip over a stick. McKenna finds it. Jordy McKenna coming in down the right wing. Over to Jones. Back in front. They score! A beauty for the Mooseheads as they answer right back. Barinka's going to finish that one off. What a passing play right there. Some terrific puck movement for the Mooseheads, and Marcel Barinka converts. So don't leave yet. Don't go anywhere. Things continuing to get interesting in the third period. Well, just a beautiful play. McKenna dishing that one off. Back to Marcel Barinka, and he will complete that perfect play. Unbelievable pass from Jones to spot Barinka. And now it's a 7-5 hockey game here in this third period. Off the face-off, McCollum inside his own blue line. Up the left wing for Gould. Off of his stick. Why not collecting that loose puck? He'll play it up the left wing now for Jones. Trying to get it out. Hits the skate of DeRoche. Now a chance for DeRoche. Shoots and scores. Jeffrey DeRoche will beat Alec McVicker, and these teams just exchanging goals. Back-to-back tallies here in this third period. Jeffrey DeRoche, the overager, capitalizing on Moosehead's turnover right there. DeRoche snaps it off quick, and it's an 8-5 game here in period 3. Well, all kinds of offense in this one, not quite as much defense. Mooseheads will win this face-off. DeRoche, little rink-wide pass right there, and it didn't connect. It's going to be sent back into the Mooseheads end. Tomlinson will head after it, ties up down there with Savoie. Now Tomlinson dishes this one off. It's played up ahead for Landon Myron. Myron, he'll gain center and dump it in. Boutillier out to play it. He was pressured. Mooseheads forced a turnover there, but couldn't complete the play. A Savoie. He'll flip this one up ahead for Lawrence. Lawrence has got McDonald there looking for a pass in front. His pass intercepted. Landon Myron up the red line. He'll just force that one into the Sea Dogs' end where Poirier picks it up. Took that pass from his partner Villeneuve, and now Poirier sees him open ice. He'll try to skate this one in, but get a penalty coming up here to the Mooseheads. Halifax touching that puck up. And this could be another, this will be an interference call. Thought that may have been a high sticking penalty. It's going to be an interference call. So with 13:59 to go, Savoie's going to head off now Interference penalty to him. The Mooseheads got an opportunity to once again try to bring this game within 2. Already 3 goals here in this third period. This power play brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. The Moose 1 for 4 in the man advantage today. Puck played back to the left point for Gursoy. He'll send it back in deep. DeRoche, he gives chase. We'll reverse it for Spatafor. Spatafor a chance to clear, and he will. McVicker coming out to stop it. He'll gonna play that one up the boards on the left wing side for Gursoy. Off the end wall, Jolie. He'll drop it off now for Wynot. Cam Wynot leaving it here back at his own blue line for Gursoy. Up for Jones. Zach Jones back to Wynot. Wynot down over the goal line. Quick pass. Jones is shot. It's kicked aside by Boutillier. DeRoche able to send it out. Chaykovich with it now. Chaykovich circling out at center. He'll head back into his own end, but Santa Peters was on him right there. But Chaykovich able to elude him. He'll play it up the middle now for Matt Gould. Gould just skating that one back out to center and sends it back into the St. John end. Villeneuve is going to hammer that one down into Mooseheads territory with 52 seconds left on this Halifax power play. Why not? Curling. He'll shake his check right there. Now why not? Turning on the Jets as he'll play it up ahead, approaching the blue line. Flips that one in. Rolling puck along the boards. Jones on it for the Mooseheads. Zach Jones back to Gursoy. Evan Gursoy trying to spin away from Badalamenti. Puck played back to Wynot at the left point. Over now for Jolie on the right side. To Wynot once again. Over for Gursoy. Back to Jolie. Rink wide. And he'll poke it back over to Gursoy as the puck was hopping on him. Back to Wynot. A shot. And that one was hammered wide. Jones down low for Jolie. Jolie trying to poke one over to Peters. That was broken up. And now Gould trying to turn on the Jets. Driving in down the right wing, but why not? Racing back. Broke that one up, and then he'll finish his check down there in the corner on Gould. Puck knocked loose for Zach Jones up the right wing. Jolie over here for Peters. Santa Peters along the half wall on the far boards. Bumped off the puck there by McDonald as Poirier plays it back down behind his net for Villeneuve. Back to 5-a-side hockey as Villeneuve skates it up and over the red line. He will dump it in deep. Horvath over for Tomlinson, his partner. And Tomlinson up the left wing boards here as the Moose look to break out. McKenna played it up there for Hart. He punched it in. And that was broken up, though, by Poirier, and now he'll send it back into the Moosehead zone. Tomlinson up ahead for McKenna. A little end-to-end action here. McKenna didn't expect that, or Barinka rather, didn't expect that pass from McKenna as it got past him. So Hart out to center with this puck as the Mooseheads tag up on the delayed offside. Jason Horvath, short pass, was looking for Poirier. Picked off, chance in front, they score! Gavin Hart's got another one, and once again bringing the Mooseheads back within a couple. Now Gavin Hart is heating up. He's made it a 2-goal game once again. Jason Horvath just skating this one in and kind of turned it over to Poirier. And Poirier with a bit of a rough pass over to DeRoche. Skipped on him. Hart of the forecheck. He's able to knock that down and once again just whack it past Boutillier. 8-6, so don't go anywhere as we take a quick break live from the Scotiabank Center. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. And welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Centre. Gavin Hart has got his second goal of the evening. And he's made it an 8-6 hockey game. The Sea Dogs dumping it into the Mooseheads end. Halifax looking to regroup back in their own end. That puck dumped into St. John territory. Kabaddi Hart after it. He'll get to it first. Was able to knock it over for Ozzie King. That's going to be whacked off the boards by DeRoche. He's going to get past Robinson. DeRoche with speed, a shot. Pad stopped by McVicker. A rebound there. It's going to be picked up here by the Mooseheads. And DeRoche able to clear it off the boards and out. Gould. He'll knock it off the wall. Knocked down here by DeRoche. Sea Dogs with 8 goals here today and just 20 shots as Gould tries to dish that one off for Vandervoort. Burridge on it here for the Mooseheads. Up ahead for Ozzie King. He'll bank it off the boards down into the Sea Dogs end. Charlie DeRoche spinning off of his check. Plays it up for Savoie. Driving in down that left wing side. And McVicker out to play that puck. And that is going to be a penalty to the Mooseheads netminder as he looked to have touched that one in the forbidden zone. I believe we will wait to see how this shakes out. Has not gone up on the board just yet, so perhaps I was a little premature there in my proclamation. I'm not sure. McVicker got a piece of that one. Yeah, it looks like he did. Landon Myron's going to head off right now, so Myron will go and serve that one. Mooseheads will try to kill it off right now. St. John power play's been good here today. They are 2 for 3 in the man advantage. Chaykovich with both St. John power play markers completed his hat trick in this third period. It's off the draw. Tomlinson. It's pinned up along the boards there with Lawrence. It's knocked around the wall. Back to Poirier at the right point. Poirier trying to play it back there for Burns, but that one was shoveled out by Gersoy. Ends up all the way back down there behind the St. John net. Boutillier out to stop it for Poirier. Poirier up the right wing for Villeneuve. A rink wide for Lawrence. Will cross ice feed as Lawrence will force that one in. Why not, though? On the loose puck. Gets it high and out all the way back down toward Boutillier. And that puck kind of skipping on Boutillier right there. He settled it down at Jolie, though, pressing, and he's forced to hang on to it. 9:02 to play in this third period. 14 goals in this game here today. St. John with 8 of those. Mooseheads have 6. 2 of them have come from Gavin Hart. Hart coming into that game on Friday against Bathurst had just 8 shots as we get a quick shot there from McKenna. Stopped by Boutillier. But 8 shots on goal from Gavin Hart coming into that game the other night. He had 5 against Bathurst, including that goal. He's got 3 here today. His confidence certainly soaring right now as Waugh dishes this one off. It's sent toward the slot area for Waugh. Back to Chaykovich, quick shot, and that was blocked off a leg. DeRoche keeping it in here at the left point. He'll work it down the boards. Played back up top for McDonald. Heavy shot. McVicker shutting the door right there. He'll make the stop and hang on to it with 8:31 to go in period 3. Few other games going on here today. The Moncton Wildcats leading the Acadie-Bathurst Titans 3-0 in the second period. Rimouski up 4-0 on the Quebec Rempart. Sherbrooke to Cobb on the Plainville Boisbriand Armada. That game in the second period. Chicoutimi leading Val-d'Or 2-1 in the second. Baie-Comeau up 1-0 on Victoriaville, and Charlottetown trails Shawinigan 1-0. Game in the first period. Why not? Off the end boards for Tomlinson. He's after the loose puck, and he will send that one all the way out with 36 seconds now left, and that penalty to the Mooseheads. 8-6 hockey game at the Scotiabank Centre. Chaykovich up towards center ice, over the red line, now over the Mooseheads blue line. Took a shove there from Wynot, was able to work it over for McDonald. He lobs one toward the net, knocked aside by McVicker. Now behind the net, DeRoche. He'll bump it back toward the right point for Charlie DeRoche. Dishes it off. Now Chaykovich Trying to create some space for himself. The Tampa Bay prospect handing that one off. And he'll get it right back. Chaykovich. Bouncing puck. It's knocked down here by Anderson McDonald. Penalty over back to five-a-side hockey as McDonald takes it back behind the net. Still with it is Anderson McDonald. He got knocked off the puck and knocked over. Moose puck out here at neutral ice. DeRocher picking it up. He'll cut wide. Dishes off and a shot that was snapped wide by Poirier. Played back to the point. McDonald sends it off the corner boards. Poirier trying to keep it in deep. Tomlinson whacking it down, and then he'll flip it out. It's a bouncing puck in and over the St. John blue line. Villeneuve ahead for McDonald. Cross-ice pass there. That one bouncing on Badalamenti. Broken plays out here at neutral ice as Gavin Hart applying a little bit of pressure now. Gavin Hart after Villeneuve. Villeneuve will play it up the right wing. Good pass there for Badalamenti. It's sent up the middle of the ice for Dawson Stairs. Bounces on it down over the net. It was whacked just wide. Big chance there for the Sea Dogs. Peters blowing a tire at his own blue line. He's going to play that one back into his own end. Olivier Desroches on it. Former St. John Sea Dog for Horvath. He'll turn it over as Badalamenti spotted Stairs in front, but Stairs unable to pick up that pass. Now a bouncy puck out here at center. Hart, he got tripped up right there. Fans wanting a penalty. They're not going to get it as Boutillier came out to stop it. Dropped it off for William Villeneuve. Villeneuve racking up some points here in this game today. A couple of assists and a goal as well. Villeneuve ahead for Vandervoort. Played back now for Dawson Stairs. Sea Dogs will punch it in deep. McVicker coming out to stop it for Hunt, and he turns it over to Vandervoort, and a big stop as somehow McVicker will keep that one out. A clutch stop right there for the Mooseheads netminder. We'll take a quick break here late in the third period. The Sea Dogs leading the Mooseheads 8-6. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7.
The play is under review.
Yeah, welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey here on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald back with you live from the Scotiabank Center in downtown Halifax. That last play under review. Talked about Keegan Hunt getting himself in a little bit of trouble. Had Alex Drover after him. Part of the forecheck and going to turn that one over. Vandervoort just threw it toward the front of the net. McVicker got down. So they're going to review that one, and indeed the call on the ice standing. No goal on that one. McVicker able to keep it out. Credited with the stop, and he'll get set now for a defensive zone faceoff in his own end. Faceoff coming up here to McVicker's left. D'Artagnan Jolie will take the draw, lining up against Drover. Drover winning that one for Savoie. Quick shot. That looked like it hit Vandervoort. Sibley pinching in. He'll send it off the end boards for Vandervoort. Poked at there by Why Not. Vandervoort working it up the boards. Why Not? Physical play. And Mooseheads coming away with the puck here as Jolie got tripped up out at center ice. Hunt's going to bank it off the board. Try to send that one in deep, but it was knocked down by Drover. Alex Drover, former 10th overall pick at Cape Breton back in 2018, dumping that one in. Collected here by the Mooseheads. Jones up the right wing side. And now making his way in with it is Gersoy. Trying to bank it in off of Boutillier. Gersoy had that one deep below the goal line, and now DeRocher, he'll come away with it. Jeffrey DeRocher toward the middle, trying to dish it off for Gould, but he had his stick knocked away from him. Now the Mooseheads turning this one quickly up ice. It was dropped off, bouncing puck on Jolie. And now an odd man rush. Sea Dogs back it away with numbers. Gould makes his way and throws it out front to Rocher at the side of the net. Trying to get that shot off, and he can't as McVictor will bounce on the loose puck. 3-on-1 opportunity for the Sea Dogs as they tried to ice this one. The Mooseheads continue to battle their way back in for an interesting finish in this one, to be sure. A 3-on-1 chance right there as Gould and Badalamenti came in. DeRocher was over on the right wing on the attack. Probably not the scoring chance that the Sea Dogs were hoping for in that last sequence, as Chaykovich will line up against the Mooseheads. Barinka pulling that one back. Horvath off the end boards for DeRoche. It's going to leave it. Long pass up the left wing side now for Barinka. Barinka will punch it in. He's going to rim it around the boards as McKenna heads after it here. It's played back to Olivier DeRoche, and he'll send it off the boards. DeRoche sealing the wall there as the Sea Dogs try to clear it out. Kept it in a couple of times. It's going to be taken back in now by Peters, trying to dangle past Chaykovich, who broke it up. Puck bouncing on Peters. Horvath sending that one down the wall. Now Wah broke it up, passes it up ahead for Chaykovich. Down the right wing, drives wide, and a good play defensively by Olivier DeRoche to break that one up. And a quick shot. McVicker makes the stop on it, and he's going to hang on to it. As Jordan Spatafor just lobbed one on net. 3:47 left in period number 3. 8-6 the score. Mooseheads is piling up the shots in this one. Halifax with 39 shots on goal, out shooting St. John right now by 16. Alec McVicker called up with Alex Gravel out of the lineup. McVicker coming up for the Maritime Junior A Hockey League, Summerside Western Capitals. Cole McLaren getting pulled back in the second period. Off this face-off, why not? We'll send it around the boards here for Jeff Burridge. He'll play it up the right wing side and trying to make his way in there was King. He got tripped up, and a penalty coming up to the Sea Dogs. Ozzie King drawing that one as he was hauled down. So the Mooseheads with a big power play coming up in the dying moments of this hockey game. 3:33 left, still lots of time. Mooseheads converting once on the power play here today. This will be their 6th opportunity. D'Artagnan Jolie with the Mooseheads power play goal back in the second period. He'll be out to take this face-off. And as always, the power play brought to you by Booster Juice, the official smoothie of the Halifax Mooseheads. Off the draw, puck played back toward the point now for Gersoy. Gersoy stepping in, down low out front, and a big pass and a opportunity there for Gersoy. Wasn't quite able to get that shot off. Boutillier getting down to keep it out. But nifty little play there as Peters was set up on the goal line. Little give and go play. Gersoy curling out, works it down over the goal line for Peters, and a quick return feed. So Boutillier keeps that one out as Gersoy didn't quite get everything he wanted on that one. So Jolie lining up against DeRocher. Couple of teammates for a brief time, and Rimouski. Jolie gets waved out, so Jones coming in to take it, and he's going to win it. Puck sent back for Kevin Gersoy now. Gersoy down low for Peters. Peters tied up along the boards there by Charlie DeRoche. DeRoche tried to clear. He couldn't get it past Jolie. A shot, and that's off of Gould. Up and out of play. So still a minute 33 left on this Halifax power play. 3:06 to go in the third period. Mooseheads, they need one right now. They're down by a couple in this game, and it looks like we'll see a timeout here from
30-second timeout, Halifax.
Mooseheads head coach J.J. Daniels. That was made official. So Sylvain Favreau, Moosehead's assistant coach, down there on the bench right now, trying to draw something up. And we'll see if Alec McVicker makes his way off toward the Mooseheads bench in favor of the extra attacker. He's over there right now and enjoying a refreshment, but fully expect that he will remain between the pipes for the next few moments anyway. So D'Artagnan Jolie, he's going to come back out here. He's going to have Zach Jones up front with him, Senna Peters as well. Looks like Gersoy and Wynot will man the back end. And indeed, McVicker's going to come out, and Gavin Hart with a chance now to try to complete the hat trick. Some rare power play time for Gavin Hart, having a heck of a game here today. The confidence for Hart just soaring right now as this puck is played to Hart. He'll try to work it back toward the point. Wynot's got the Rocher all over him, but he's able to fight him off. Good puck control and puck protection right there. It's played back to Jolie, a shot, and that is stopped by Boutillier. A little screen in front. And a couple of words exchanged down there between Gavin Hart and Jordan Spatafor. And love to see it. Gavin Hart right now fully engaged in this one. And going at it with Jordan Spatafor out here this afternoon as Boutillier gets set for a face-off draw to his left. Chaykovich squaring off against Jolie. Chaykovich winning that one. Charlie DeRoche down in the corner, pressured by Peters. Jones in there trying to dig away at it. Mooseheads' net is empty. 6 attackers on the ice. 1:02 left in their power play. Puck still frozen down there along the boards in the corner. Mooseheads trying to dig this one loose. Some good work along the boards there by Charlie DeRoche, trying to eat up some time. He got kind of tripped up there, lost an edge, ended up on top of that puck. Finally, it will skip free. And Cam Wynot looking to open up a lane now. He'll take it. Little skate here for Wynot in front. Was looking for Peters. Jolie with it now. Back now for Kevin Gersoy. Gersoy just holds it in down toward the corner for Hart. Gavin Hart getting roughed up down there, but he's able to play it back for Jolie. Lets a shot go, and Boutillier just getting a piece of that one. Gersoy down in the corner. He'll get some help from Hart. Back toward the point for Wynot. Back to Gersoy, a shot. Bouncing puck. That was blocked. Badalamenti after that loose puck. He'll bank it off the boards, but not out. Now Hart had it knocked off of his stick by Badalamenti. Hart back toward his own blue line. Plays it over for Wynot. And Wynot, great pass up ahead to Jones. Over here for Peters. In front for Jones, and that just missed. Jolie now. He'll throw it toward the front of the net. That penalty now over. 6-on-5 hockey. The Mooseheads with their net empty. Peters to Jolie. He'll throw it backdoor for Gersoy. He scores! Kevin Gersoy with a beauty! And another clutch goal here for the Mooseheads as they try to claw their way back. Kevin Gersoy with his second of the afternoon. And he's got the Mooseheads within one. Kevin Gersoy with his 17th and his 18th of the season against his former team. Jolie with an unbelievable pass. What poise there from D'Artagnan Jolie. The patience on display to open that passing lane up. Jolie from the goal line just swinging it cross ice. And a great goal here is the Sea Dogs right off the face-off. They had a chance. Dawson Stairs making his way in. He shot that one wide. 1:06 left. Wynot up the left wing for McKenna. Mooseheads back within a goal here. It's an 8-7 hockey game. Battle just outside the blue line. Barinka is going to come away with it. McVicker trying to make his way toward the Mooseheads bench, and he will as that puck is cleared back toward the Halifax blue line. It's Cam Wynot on it for the Mooseheads. He sent it up the left wing boards. Loose puck at center. Stairs looking at the empty net. Over now for Gould. And Gould trying to throw it on goal. That was knocked down. And now the Mooseheads coming back up ice with it right down the middle. It's Gersoy. Dishes up. And a pass toward the front of the net. A chance in front. A shot. And that was blocked. Now another shot. Boutillier down. Wild scramble here at the side of the net as DeRoche will just clear that puck the length of the ice. Burridge racing to get back there. My goodness, what a sequence. The Mooseheads just throwing everything they've got at that St. John net. And the fans here loving it right now. Some terrific resilience on resiliency on display here for the Mooseheads. Just 16.4 seconds left. Daniel Jolie wants the officials to look at the time on the clock. I'm not sure they're going to do it. So Marcel Barinka on the ice. The Mooseheads net is empty. It's an 8-7 hockey game. The Mooseheads down by 1. DeRocher lining up against Jolie. Jolie wins that one. Back to Wynot. Over for Gerso, and he whistles it up and over the net. Villeneuve after that. Loose puck. He'll clear it out to center. Now Stairs eyeing the empty net, and he'll seal the win. Dawson Stairs scores into the empty net with just 4.3 seconds left on the clock here in the third period. Mooseheads with plenty of pushback in this one, but not enough here tonight. That will do it. Dawson Stairs from right around the blue line, just sending that one right to the middle of that empty net. 9-7 game, 16 goals in this contest here this afternoon and into the evening. This place was buzzing just a few moments ago. Kevin Gersoy had a great opportunity to try to tie this one up and force overtime. Game over here at the Scotiabank Center, 9-7 the final. If you like goals, you had some fun with that one. Mooseheads now will focus their attention on tomorrow afternoon's game. Little holiday matinee matchup in Moncton at the Avenir Center. They'll travel to the hub city to take on the Wildcats. Mooseheads leaving after the game here this evening. So they will get on the road in, just a little while, in just a few moments here. So perhaps a brief post-game show. We've got it for you coming up next. The Eastside Mario's post-game show, 9-7 the final here this evening. Frantic finish at the Scotiabank Center. The St. John Sea Dogs hanging on to pull this one out, and they'll pick up their 26th win of the year in the process. Thanks so much for joining us here this evening. You've been listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey. The Eastside Mario's post-game show is next.
And now it's time for today's presentation of the 3 stars. Your 3rd star from the St. John Sea Dogs, number 29, Jeffrey DeRocher. Your 2nd star from the St. John Sea Dogs, number 13, William Villeneuve. And your 1st star from the Halifax Mooseheads, number 28, Canada. Canada